The Vaydor G35 blew everybody's mind because they were able to offer supercar styling for a very affordable price. And now the man responsible for the Vaydor is about to take the world by storm, or by the cojones. That's right, he has another ridiculous kit that's gonna turn your plain Jane C6 Vette into something that's gonna break way more necks than a Ferrari. Yeah, like a Ferrari LaFerrari. Why would Ferrari name it Ferrari twice? Anyway, let me introduce the new Vaydor G35, the Valarra Vette. Let's go. Let's just start off and establish that Matt McEntecart, the designing dynamo behind the Vaydor G35 and the Valarra Corvette kits, has this serious knack for building badass bodies that look like they're fit for superheroes or villains. The Valarra kit looks like a full-size Hot Wheels car, especially with all those carbon accents. And the rear of this car looks like it's something that was pulled straight off of a F-22 Raptor, with the wings to prove it. Featuring thin LED headlights on the front, coupled with a low and wide stance that makes it look like a panther ready to pounce on its prey, and it retains some of that Vaydor design DNA. And yeah, I'd say that it looks pretty menacing on both, and I can't really tell if I like the Vaydor or Valarra design more. I know one thing that I wouldn't kick either of those out of bed, or my garage, I guess. And in case you don't know, the Vaydor was Matt's first custom kit, and when it was finally released, it took the internet by storm. And I chalked that up to a couple of things, because it was a design that took a stock G35 and turned that bland coupe into something that resembles a supercar. That is, without the supercar price. In fact, this kit was offered initially for 11,000 bucks. So for a while there, the popularity of the Vaydor exploded. And there was so much demand that the price of the kit car became more of a price of a supercar. And all of a sudden, instead of paying 11,000 bucks for the kit, it was 6 figures. And the Vaydor seemed to disappear instantly. But thankfully, there's a resurgence in the popularity of this villainous kit, especially in the past couple of years. And that could be to the fact that it did appear in Suicide Squad, and also they begun selling the kit again for just a few thousand bucks, which if you could ever imagine yourself rolling around in this super duper G35 Vaydor kit, check out this ideal vid. But for the designer of the Vaydor, he was ready for something new, and this kit car is affectionately known as the Valarra. I just like saying Valarra, that's why I've said it so many times. What are you gonna name your firstborn? Valarra. And although it's on a brand new chassis, the recipe is pretty much the same. You take a stock car chassis, set it up with some badass body mods, and boom, your base model C6 Corvette looks like a supercar that costs 10 times what you actually paid. And right now, believe it or not, on the website to turn your regular Vette into a 4-wheeled fighter jet, all you need is $30,000, and that's including installation, which if you were to ask me, that's an ideal deal. And so now that I got you convinced to do it, what do you actually do when you fork over your C6 and all that cash? Well, I never thought you'd ask. So essentially, you take the C6 and you either drive it or ship it to McEntecart and Mateo Concepts. Then they strip it down to the frame, you know, removing all the body panels and stuff, and then replace it with the fiberglass Valarra body kit. And I think you're gonna agree with me that this kit has some of the coolest lines I've ever seen in my life. And my personal favorite are those elevated fender liner arcs that are oh so elegant. And the mold is accented all over with some super cool forged carbon fiber that looks like it was taken straight off another planet. But, and there's always a but, I have to say, my absolute favorite part about this kit is the well-engineered bumper that has an exposed exhaust system that'll make even BMW owners think twice before passing you, especially if they just ran out of blinker fluid. Because those 4 exhaust pipes not only look like they're ready to shoot flames, but also blast into warp speed. Overall, I think it's gonna be extremely hard to find any kind of style anywhere near that for 30,000 bucks. But I know you're asking, can the Valarra Vette really be that sweet of a deal? At 30,000 bucks, there's actually been quite a few complaints floating around the internet over what you actually get for the money. While you do get those super stylish supercar side panels and assembly is included, you don't actually get one single performance mod. Not one at all. No wheels, no tires, no paint, no engine customization, even though the C6 Corvette is already a beast stock. And the C6 Z06, don't even get me started, but is one of the best ideal deals out there right now. But as far as the Valarra Vette body kit, it sort of kind of feels like McKenticart and the boys over at Mateo Concepts are slapping on a fat premium for really what just amounts to some flashy bodywork. Because all in all, the kit's actual value is probably about half of that 30K. But then again, there are those people out there that just have to sit behind the wheel of their Valarra Vette, and so they're gonna cough up the cash. Just remember, you're gonna have to pull up to the garage with your own C6 Corvette, that's the donor car. And those are $20,000 plus today. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have at least 50 to 60,000 bucks invested in your custom Valarra Vette. And if that's the case, you're gonna have an extremely unique car slash supercar. But just remember, if you drop all that money on a sleek supercar body, you're gonna have to get rid of those stock 5-spoke wheels. Those things are ugly. So just remember that you're gonna have to do some supporting mods to your facelifted C6 to really make it look the part. And then if you wanna know my opinion, because I know you do, if you want horsepower that matches your sci-fi supercar, you're gonna be looking to drop some coin on a twin turb ski kit for that V8. And that is if you can even get your hands on a Valarra. Because if you're thinking, hey, I might just order this kit from Mateo Concepts and for even cheaper, I'll just install it myself. You know, I hate to crush your dreams, but they aren't selling the kit for homebrew. And you might be thinking you might be able to get one pre-made. Nope, sorry. There is exactly one single complete Valarra in existence as of right now. And that was the one that debuted at the Chevrolet SEMA exhibit this past year. And so that pretty much by default makes it one of the rarest cars on the planet right now. Well, the Valarra and the Lamborghini Egoista and the Ferrari P45, which are both one-off fire-spitting speedsters. Oh, and the Mazda Furia, which if you remember is a one-of-a-kind car that tragically burned to a crisp less than a year after the guys over at Top Gear got to test drive it. But Matt and the Mateo Concept guys are ready to change that one into a crooked number, because on their Instagram, there are several Valarra Corvettes under construction. So it's likely in the upcoming years, you're about to see way more of these Batman-style supercars ripping down the road. But as of right now, you get the idea. It's about as likely as marrying into the Musk family and inheriting all the Tesla fortune. Yeah, good luck with that. And even if you're totally down to drop the coin on the kit and assembly from Mateo, you might run into a little bit of trouble. See, on Valarra's website, they say that the installs were supposed to be available on the first day of 2020. But on August 10th, they claim to be all booked up until further notice. But the good news is that on August 24th, they claim to be reopening pre-orders for the kit. But it seems that you'll be waiting at least 6 months until your venom-spitting Valarra sees the light of day. So now that you know all about the Valarra, I'd say that you're probably a little bit better off just snatching up a brand new C8 Corvette. You know, rather than going on pretty much a nearly impossible quest to find a Valarra kit and a C6. Because the new C8 start at roughly around 60,000 bucks. And that is the absolute minimum you'll spend on a C6 plus the Valarra kit. And remember, you still gotta put wheels, tires, a twin turb ski kit. You're gonna be touching 6 figures real quick. Plus, the C8 comes with a warranty and also a 6.2 liter LT2 V8, pumping out almost 500 ponies. And I don't know about you, but for me, the C8's wider headlights, sportier side vents, and lower front end make it even more of a lane switching lightning rod than the Valarra. And regardless of whether or not you agree with me, the C8 styling is a little bit superior. And I think it's pretty clear it's a better bang for buck when you factor in the performance and the price. And yes, it is safe to say that the Valarra is a seriously sick kit car that'll no doubtedly make your C6 look like it's just about to blast off into the outer atmosphere. So which one would you choose? C6 with the Valarra kit or a C8? Let us know down below. And if you're thinking of buying a Valarra or already have one on the way, enjoy your custom-made low crouch super kit. For now, I'm Brad Danger, and keep living the ideal lifestyle.